Welcome back to the ChessGoals YouTube channel. We're back here with our Monday updates, Monday Q&A. I really like this format as a way to kind of stay connected with the YouTube fans. I like reading the comments and being able to answer your questions. So if you have any questions for the next updates video, put them in the comments section below, and I will definitely make sure to get to all of them. All right, so in this video, we have the board up here on the left because a lot of these are opening questions, and we're going to just dive into a few different variations. All right, so our first question comes from Eric, and Eric asks, will the Hillbilly Attack be added as a trainable line with the Caro-Kann revamp? And for those of you that don't know, the Caro-Kann revamp, that's something that I've been working on. I'm putting all of the Caro-Kann lines into a Lichess study. I'm going through, checking grammar, checking for typos, maybe put the wrong coordinate, or a plan maybe doesn't quite make sense or it's a little confusing. I'm going back in, beefing up the text. And every so often, we're making just a minor change to the moves. No major changes, though. And what we're doing then is having sort of this live version of the course on Lichess. So what Eric is asking is part of this revamp, are we going to add the Hillbilly variation? And yes, I am planning to do that, Eric. I want to add at least one line, maybe two lines for the Hillbilly variation because it's so popular. And for those of you who don't know, Hillbilly goes e4, c6, bishop to c4 by white. It looks like a strange move because d5 hits this bishop immediately, but it actually does have a little bit of bite. I've done a video on it on the YouTube channel already. You can find that. I'll put a link up above to that video. And I also want to do a few videos kind of highlighting the Hillbilly Attack from the white side as well, just to kind of show what can happen from the white side and talk a little bit about what black could have done differently. I think that'd be very instructive. So stay tuned for more Hillbilly videos coming up. But yes, Eric, that's definitely going to be part of the revamp. I made a note to make sure I put it in there. All right, the next question comes from Some Dumb Trucker. And the question is, first he says, I guess I am the first comment. And I'm the right man for the job knowing I have over 5 hours of Caro-Kann tutorials. In the accelerated Panov, do you prefer knight f6 first or just going, I'll edit this comment, and just playing queen takes d5 right away? Are we going to cover the accelerated Panov soon? And do we know about the queen trap that black can execute in the accelerated Panov? Last but not least, do you think the accelerated Panov is a junk opening? Yes or no? Thank you very much. All right, so a lot of questions there. Some Dumb Trucker. It was really fun having you in our last event too. So after e4, c6, c4, this is the accelerated Panov. We recommend d5 in the Caro-Kann course. And after the trades on d5, the question is, are we playing queen takes d5 or are we playing knight to f6? We're actually not playing either. We're playing pawn to a6. This is our recommendation, and it goes with our recommendation in the regular Panov attack. And I'll show you why I like a6. Most common move, knight c3. We recommend knight to f6. And now what happens here is white gets into unfamiliar territory. White has not probably seen such an early a6. This will hopefully throw off your opponent, hopefully puts the game into your court, and makes it more likely that your opponent is going to make mistakes coming up. The most popular move here at the club level, bishop to c4. And now what happens is we can play pawn to b5, kicking that bishop, and after it retreats, we put our bishop on b7, and look at this. Triple attack on the d-pawn. Everything is getting nicely developed. So if you want to know more about this line and our Caro-Kann course, check out the link in the description below. And we do have a sale that's going to continue through the end of February. So if you're watching this video, first few days since it's been published, go to our website. There's a code, CaroLove, coupon code, $14 off through the end of the month. I might extend it a couple of days since this video is actually coming out like on the 28th. I'll plan to do that. I'll extend that sale out a few days. We'll just take it off the website in terms of being advertised. So CaroLove, $14 off. This Caro-Kann course not only has the live updates coming, but I also added a private YouTube playlist where every single line in the Caro-Kann course is timestamped. You can go click on exactly which line you want and it jumps to those positions. So you can just watch a certain line or two Makes it really smooth. All right, next comment comes from Geert, and Geert always has great comments on YouTube. And Geert says, "Love the audio quality of you, Matt." I really appreciate that. So one of the things that I did recently was I purchased this new microphone. It's a dynamic microphone. I don't know a lot about audio quality, but I was doing some research and I wanted to find a way to kind of improve the setup. We used to have kind of like the bed in the background and some different things. There's better lighting now, better microphone. It's a little more focused just directly in front of the mic instead of picking up ambient background noise. So yeah, I really appreciate that comment, Gear. I think the change is small, but I'm glad you noticed. Hopefully other people appreciate it as well. And then Peter says, "Can you add lines and plans with the Caro Kann against the English opening?" And Peter is talking about specifically pawn to c4 by white. What we recommend here is pawn to c6. And if white plays e4, we go right back into the accelerated Panov that we just looked at. If white plays anything besides e4, though, it's going to transpose into our dynamic Slav course. So 1 e4 here takes you into Caro Kann territory, but 1 d4, dynamic Slav course, because now you get sort of a Slav triangle structure. And the way we have our courses set up, we have the Caro Kann course, that covers about half of your games, and that's when white plays e4. And we also have the dynamic Slav course. There's a link in the description below. That covers everything except 1e4. So those two courses pair well together. They have a lot of similar themes, and there's a few transpositions between courses. So that's in dynamic Slav, and we do have some videos on the English on the YouTube channel as well that you could check out. And that was the last question, it looks like, was the question from Peter. So now I'll talk about updates. Um, we are currently still working on the Caro Kann Games course. JD and I just recorded 6 games in our last session. And I think we will have the PGN file ready in early March. And we're going to try to accelerate our video recordings, and fingers crossed during March, the course will be completely ready to go. So I'm really excited about this. One thing that JD and I did was for the videos, we're really kind of focusing on the middle game, right? So we take you like starting in move 10 and we just say, here's what black should do in terms of plans. We talk through all the ideas to get you kind of from moves 10 to 20 or 10 to 25. And then if the game goes really long into the end game, sometimes we show the whole end game, but other times we will say, check the PGN, check the notes, because we just spent 20 minutes talking about the middle game. And then in the PGN notes, we analyze the full game, starting at the end of the Caro Kann course, going all the way through the end of the game. So I'm really hoping this course is released in March. I'm super excited about it. I want to see if you guys enjoy the middle game content. I know a couple of the things that people always ask me about are strategy and middle game content. This combines both. We show you exactly how to play your middle games right out of the Caro Kann course. And if you have our Caro Kann course, or you just already have your own Caro Kann repertoire without having our course, I really think this middle game Caro course will be extremely beneficial because it'll take you from that level of, yeah, I got my moves memorized in the opening to I have a really good understanding of the Caro Kann structures and how to formulate a plan after the opening, which is where a lot of players have trouble. All right, so I look forward to seeing your questions down in the comment section below. Thank you for all of your questions for this video, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.